Although CPN Maoist Center Vice Chairperson and Home Minister Narayan Kaji Shrestha has said that his party's Vice Chair Krishna Bahadur Mahara should also face action if he is found guilty of involvement in the gold smuggling scandal, the party has remained silent on the accusations against Mahara. Mahara and his son Rahul have been alleged of involvement in the gold smuggling scandal. However, the party is yet to issue any statement, even to reject the allegations. Good morning, I'm Abheudaya Shrestha, and these are the headlines of the hour. Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dahal and Speaker Devraj Ghimire hold a meeting this morning in an effort to ease the parliamentary blockade. Pressure mounts on CPN-UML not to keep the parliament as a hostage. CPN Maoist Center remains silent on accusations against its party Vice Chair Krishna Bahadur Mahara, who has been alleged of involvement in the gold smuggling scandal. A small private Beechcraft plane crash lands on a highway in Malaysia, hitting a motorcycle and a car. 10 people killed in the mishap. And New Zealand defeat United Arab Emirates by 19 runs in the first T20 match of the series. Kiwis lead the three-match series 1-0. President Ramchandra Podel is preparing to call for an all-party meeting to end the stalemate at the federal parliament, resulted from continued obstructions by the main opposition, CPN-UML. The main opposition has been obstructing both the House sessions since 26th of July last month, demanding for a high-level committee to probe into the gold smuggling scandal. The President's Secretariat has said the all-party meeting is likely to be called for this Sunday. Prior to that, President Podel will hold discussions with Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dahal, Nepali Congress President Sherbahadur Deuba, and CPN Unified Socialist Chair Madhav Kumar Nepal, among other leaders. The President has already held separate meetings with Lower House Speaker, National Assembly Chair, and CPN-UML Chairperson KP Sharma Oli. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dahal and Speaker Devraj Ghimire held a meeting this morning in an effort to ease the ongoing parliamentary blockade. Speaker Ghimire reached the official residence of the Prime Minister in Balwachar earlier this morning and held a discussion with Premier Dahal in an effort to resume House sessions. CPN-UML has been obstructing both the sessions of the Parliament since 26th of July, demanding for a high-level committee to probe into the gold smuggling scandal. As the sessions of the House of Representatives and the National Assembly have been obstructed, voices have failed to be raised on issues including the gold smuggling scandal, fake Bhutanese refugee scam, Lalita Niwas land scam, and cases of public concern. The main opposition, CPN-UML, has been obstructing the parliament since 26th of July last month, demanding a high-level probe committee to investigate the gold smuggling scandal. The government had urged the main opposition to observe more restraint, saying that the Central Investigation Bureau, CIB, of Nepal Police had been investigating the case. However, CPN-UML has been raising questions on the state mechanism. Various issues of public concern have remained ignored due to CPN-UML's obstruction at the parliament. The parliament has been rendered ineffective in the face of the ongoing blockade. This is not the first instance of CPN-UML's obstruction at the parliament. Prior to this, the main opposition had obstructed the parliament for 6 months. The parliament failed to formulate required laws after CPN-UML tried to dissolve the parliament on 2 occasions and obstructed the parliament for months during the previous term. The party has obstructed meetings of both the houses on several occasions within the 7 months of the second term of the government, giving way to doubts over party's commitment to parliamentary practice. In this context, in our Public Voice segment, we had asked people in several provinces what should be done to clear the obstruction at the federal parliament. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
यो संसद भनेको राज्यलाई निकास दिने, नीति निर्माण गर्ने, कानुन बनाउने, थलो यसलाई अनिर्णयको बन्दी बनाउनु हुँदैन। सबैलाई राखेर गोलमेज सम्मेलन गर्नुपर्छ।
राजनीतिक दलका मान्छेहरू आपसमा चाहिँ अनि गएर बैरभाव नगरेर एक ढिका साथ अगाडि बढे यहाँ सबै कुरा हुन्छ।
यसलाई हल गर्नको निमित्त प्रतिपक्षका साथीहरूले सदन खोल्नुपर्छ।
दलहरूले आफ्नो स्वार्थ भन्दा माथि उठेर सबैजनाले आफ्नो ठाउँबाट आफ्नो भूमिका निर्वाह गर्नुभयो भने
यो त संसद अवरुद्धलाई हटाउन सभामुखले आफ्नो ठाउँबाट रुलिङ गर्न पर्ने हुन्छ।
पहिला सभामुखसँग के सोच हुनु पर्यो भन्दा म कुनै पनि पार्टीको नेता होइन भन्ने सोच राखेर त्यसमा इनिसिएसन लियो भने संसद खुल्नलाई सहज पुग्छ जस्तो लाग्छ मेरो विचारमा।
संसदमा प्रतिनिधित्व गरेका दलहरूले दलीय एजेन्डालाई एक ठाउँमा राख्दै राष्ट्रिय स्वार्थमा केन्द्रित भएर सुझबुझका साथ संसद खुलाउनु पर्छ।
कुन तरिकाले हुन्छ के कुरामा विवाद भएको त्यो सब मिलेर छिटोभन्दा छिटो संसद खुलाउनु पर्दछ।
संसद अवरोध गर्नेहरूले संसदको मर्मलाई बुझ्नु पर्यो।
ठुला दलका नेताहरू सँगै बसेर आपसी सहमति गरी अवरुद्ध संसद खुलाउँदा राम्रो हुन्छ।
शीर्ष दलका नेताहरू चाहिँ आफैमा जिम्मेवार रहनुपर्छ।
जनताको हितको लागि भए पनि संसद सबै राजनीतिक दल मिलेर खोल्नुपर्छ भन्ने मेरो धारणा छ।
विभिन्न बहानाबाजीमा पक्ष प्रतिपक्षमा रहनुभएका सांसदहरूले पनि यसलाई चाहिँ बहाना बनाएर अवरुद्ध गर्न मिल्दैन।
राजनीतिक पार्टीहरूको निश्चित स्वार्थभन्दा माथि उठेर छलफल गरेर
दलहरूले आफ्नो स्वार्थ त्यागेर यो अवरुद्ध चाँडै खुल्नुपर्छ।
त्यसको केही समाधान हुन्छ, त्यसमा तपाईहरु आपसी सल्लाह सुझाव निकालेर
जनतालाई हेरेर हामीहरू संसद अवरोधलाई रोकौं।
संसदमा अवरोध हुनुको जुन पनि बाटो आइरहेछ त्यो सबै पार्टीहरूको प्रमुखहरू मिलेर
जनताको पीडा के कस्तो छ त्यो बुझेर त्यो संसद एकदम चलाउनु पर्छ।
Coalition partner CPN Maoist Center is kicking off a 3-month door-to-door campaign from the 3rd week of August with an aim to reform the government and the party. The campaign, the party believes, will improve its tarnishing image among the general public. Ironically, the party has remained silent even with its leaders being alleged of serious crimes. Vice Chair of the party, Krishna Bahadur Mahara, has been alleged of involvement in the gold smuggling scandal, while the party is yet to issue any statement even to reject the allegations. CPN Maoist Center, that once was at the helm of national politics, has seen its popularity decline in recent time. The failure to take action against leaders involved in serious crimes has further dented the party's image. Mahara first entered mainstream politics, having won the general election from Rolpa in 1991. During the decade-long armed conflict, Mahara assumed various positions in the party and even played the role of coordinator for the peace process. He also grabbed the role of member of the interim parliament and eventually took charge of the Ministry of Information and Communications. Mahara won the first Constituent Assembly election in 2007 from Dang. When party chair Pushpa Kamal Dahal became prime minister for the first time, he was appointed the Ministry of Information and Communication once again and also became deputy prime minister and home minister. In 2016, Mahara was once again appointed deputy prime minister and finance minister and then took the role of speaker of the House of Representatives in 2017. While at the lower house, he faced sexual allegation and spent 5 months in prison. However, his party refrained from taking any actions. It may be recalled that Mahara had already been engulfed in a phone scandal where he could be allegedly heard demanding 5 million rupees from Chinese sources. Despite all the controversies, Mahara has remained at the limelight of the party. As the country entered the federal structure in the year 2008, it was expected that the power centered in the administrative hub Singhdarbar would be distributed to the rural villages. However, 133 local levels out of a total of 753 local governments are without chief administrative officers. The scenario has affected financial transactions along with impacting the service delivery. 28 rural municipalities and 13 municipalities in Sudur Pashchim province are without the services of chief administrative officers. People's representatives from districts including Bajura, Acham, Darchula, Kanchanpur and Baitari in the far west had come to Singhdarbar on a number of occasions, urging the central leaders to fill the vacancies. Likewise, Karnali province is without chief administrative officers in 22 rural municipalities and 13 municipalities. 2 rural municipalities in Madhya province are without chief administrative officers, while 22 in Koshi province, 16 in Bagmati province, 9 in Gandaki and 8 in Lumini are without chief administrative officers. Meanwhile, the leadership at the stakeholder Ministry of Federal Affairs and General Administration has remained unstable. The newly appointed minister, Anita Shah, has said that she would take some time to understand the modus operandi of the ministry she leads. It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's the question. Why have local bodies continued to face the vacancy of Chief Administrative Officer? Your options are A, indifferent center, B, unwilling employees, and C, lackluster municipality. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. The Kathmandu metropolis has removed concrete slabs from streams in the Samakoshi and Kapan areas for excavation and preservation purposes. However, the removal of the slabs during the rainy season has raised risks in the areas. The Kathmandu metropolis had prepared a work plan some 7 months ago to demolish the illegally built structures at the banks of streams in the areas. Following the work plan, the metropolis removed the concrete slabs over the Yakshamati and Chakuncha streams a few days ago in Kathmandu's ward numbers 6 and 7 and Bunalilkantha municipality. Disputes have increased between the Kathmandu metropolis and Bunalilkantha municipality regarding the excavation of the streams in the Kapan area. Bunalilkantha municipality has complained that the Kathmandu metropolis has operated excavators without management and any coordination with them. However, the metropolis says that they are making efforts to bring back the stream to its original state, and discussions are ongoing regarding the management. After the excavation of the streams in Samakoshi area, the area has also faced problems. Local residents have complained that the streams have been excavated in the middle, but the banks have been left open, which has raised risks. Only last month, a child died after being swept away by the Samakoshi stream. The National Human Rights Commission has also drawn the attention of the Kathmandu metropolis regarding the risks when the concrete slabs are removed from the streams. It's time now for the international updates. A plane crashed in Malaysia's Selangor state yesterday, killing 10 people, including 8 passengers and crew, as well as a motorcyclist and a driver. State Police Chief Hussein Omar Khan said the small private Beechcraft plane was 2 minutes away from landing when it lost contact with the tower and crashed, hitting a motorcycle and a car on the highway. There were no survivors from the accident. Chief Executive of the Civil Aviation Authority of Malaysia, Norazman Mohammed, said in a statement it crashed near El Mina township after departing from the holiday island of Langkawi en route to Selangor's Sultan Abdul Aziz Shah Airport. Thousands of people fleeing a wildfire on the outskirts of Yellowknife, one of the largest cities in Canada's north, have crowded into the local airport and the road out of town. Hundreds have also lined up for emergency military evacuation flights. Local officials have given the 20,000 residents of Yellowknife in the Northwest Territories a deadline of noon local time today to leave. As of yesterday, the fire was within 16 kilometers of the city. The Northwest Territories declared a state of emergency on Tuesday as it battles nearly 240 wildfires. For those not staying with friends or family in other communities, the closest center for evacuees is 1,100 kilometers south of Yellowknife. The federal transport minister has also assured evacuees that the country's largest airline, Air Canada, is capping the cost of flights out of Yellowknife. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau held an emergency meeting yesterday to discuss the wildfire situation in the Northern Territory. About 46,000 people live in the Northwest Territories, and Canada's military has been coordinating the largest airlift evacuation effort in the region's history. It's time now for the sports news.
Sports news.
Israel's Hapoel Ranana have started their new season with a win after Nepali forward Sabitra Bhandari scored a goal and recorded an assist in her debut match. In the second round match of the Athena Cup, Hapoel Ranana blanked Hadera 2-0. Adi Golden and Sabitra were on the score sheet for Hapoel Ranana. Golden opened the scoring, making good use of the pass provided by Sabitra. Sabitra then scored to double Hapoel Ranana's lead. Sabitra has also created history by scoring a goal in the knockout stage of the tournament, which is participated by European nations. Hapoel Ranana will now play the next round this Monday. The club will start the league from the end of August. 8 teams will participate in the league, which will run for 7 months. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.